Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids, where I woke up this morning to a surprise Yuletide event in Raid Shadow Legends, which is going to be giving us well, not free, but it's basically like an extra fusion for Christmas for Sir Nicholas, which is amazing. Here we go. We actually have a Yuletide starter gift. I think they said in the news there's going to be like multiple of those over a few days, adding up. But check it out, the Yuletide Titan event. It is in here. There are 2,000 points up for grabs. Sorry, there's 2,500 points up for grabs total. You need 2,000 to get milestone 1 rewards, kind of shitty. Milestone 2 rewards, a bit of greater oil, energy, some Plarium points. Actually, some okay small rewards in there. Milestone 3, again, some small rewards in there that are okay. And I expect most players will be able to get Milestone 1 and 2 extremely easily. And Milestone 3 is probably not going to be too much stress either. Milestone 4 is where things start to get more tricky for sure. And in here, the rewards are fine. 500 energy, Immortal Soulstone, Sacred Shards, really nice. Milestone 5 is where the good stuff is. We have a Christmas Avatar, a 6-star speed glyph, 300 Eternal Soul Coins, Mythical Skill Tome, and Legendary Skill Tome. But Sir Nicholas himself, you are going to get Sir Nick if you complete this event. And not only that, in fact, let's check out the key art stuff from over here. There we go. Sir Nick with Lady, I think it was Lady Noelle? Yeah, they are going to be partner champions, guys. And she is going to be the Christmas fusion. We called it on the stream this week. I was like, I really hope this is what's going to happen. Turns out it has happened, guys. So the Yuletide Titan event is going from Friday, the 6th of December, the 26th of December. So, it basically at 11 a.m. UTC. So basically, let's be real, I'm having a lie-in on the 26th of December. This event basically ends on Christmas Day, the end of Christmas Day for me, right? I doubt I'll be seeing this part of it, but we'll see. I'm sure it's the Avatar frame, but yeah, Sir Nick, the upcoming festive fusion champion, Lady Noelle. Sir Nicholas is the beloved partner of the upcoming. Together, they'll form a duo that can chill your enemies to the bone and raise up your party with festive cheer. So there we go. Of course, I was wondering, will they rework Sir Nicholas? It's still a possibility. Sir Nick is very old. His aura's fine. Unkillable continuous heal on a 4-turn cooldown. It's good. And then he's got an AoE attack with shield that's equals to the damage dealt. He can freeze on his A1. He's not a bad champion. He's not really a very good champion either. He was amazing when he first came out. He's very, very much been power crept. His kit is very simple when you compare it to modern champions. He's brilliant for any newer players. He could be brilliant for progression. Does open up unkillable teams for Demon Lord Clan Boss if you need that. But yeah, just a lot of survivability for your team, which is it's fine. It's fine. And he's okay in arena. He's sort of tanky. His damage used to be really good. Nowadays, it's, pretty average. He's fine. It sounds like Lady Noelle is going to do the same sort of stuff. Some sort of ability to freeze enemies, and then some sort of ways to buff your team and keep them alive. That's what it sounds like to me from reading that news post. Which means you can expect them to be good in sort of similar areas, I would think. So, possibly okay for survivability against clan bosses. Freezing enemies, Lady Noelle, she might be okay for Fire Knight Hard. I would say Sir Nicholas is okay, but not great, really. Like, not that good. But I don't know. If they go together and she's really good for Fire Knight Hard, maybe. Certainly for wave-based content in like Doom Tower waves. Probably for Arena, there'll be a nice combo for a lot of players. And yeah, for, the Cursed City, they'll be really, really good. For anything moving forwards, they'll probably both be Sacred Order. We know there's going to be updates to Faction Wars for any faction-based tournaments as well. Any update to Faction Wars, they'll likely be extremely strong. Though that being said, Sacred Order is quite strong already. Like, for me, now that I've pulled Venus, I mean, my Sacred Order ideal team would probably be like Venus Cupidus. If Lady Noelle is in there, probably Sir Nicholas, Lady Noelle, And then I don't know what, like Maud is really strong. I don't have her. Wixwell's great. He-Man for damage. I mean, I don't know. Siegfried would be perfect if you had him. It's already a strong team. They're strong epics as well. And Cardinal, Inquisitor Shamail, Godseeker, Deacon, Phoenix. Quite easy. Mordecai. Quite easy to build a good team, I feel. You could put Frostbringer into the team if you want another freeze champion. Jokes, I'm joking. Classic. That's a classic Hades joke, isn't it? Or is it? I don't know. Who hates Frostbringer not bringing Frost? Yeah. Anyway, look, that's enough babbling. I think that's pretty cool. So for this Titan event, it's a little bit annoying for sure. I will call them out. I love the idea of this Titan event. It sounds like it's hopefully going to be somewhat okay to do. But this will mostly be in the at the end of the stock fusion, the downtime in between. So I hate when they do this part of it. I actually love being surprised by the Yuletide Titan event, but I don't like events popping up in-game live and then being like, ha, surprise, you were, planning to skip this summon rush, but it's got Yuletide points. That annoys me. I think that annoys a lot of people. Nobody likes that aspect of it at all. Good news for summon rush in particular, it's at least fairly cheap, but it is 200 points. Remember, you can only skip 500. I'm going to pull shards for this now. I would recommend, if you have the shards, it's probably worth grabbing this just to get it out of the way early and have a good start. Okay? If you're going for the stock fusion, you pretty much need to do the 2,000 points anyway. So going up and doing kind of double that, not quite, but doing an extra 1,500 points for the sake of 10 stock fragments and the 200 snow points. The 10 stock fragments could let you skip dungeon divers, which is a lot of energy saved. And again, the 200 snow points, you're so close. In terms of shards, there will be much more expensive shard events for snow points. I can basically guarantee that. The other snow points you will need to get if you skip these from shard events will be tougher to get if you're already going for the stock fusion. Now, if you're not going for the stock fusion, that becomes a bit more awkward. I don't know. If you're following my recommendations, that becomes quite tricky because for me, I recommended going for stock if it's not for some reason incredibly hard or you really want to break. I think stock's a really, really solid looking fusion. I think he's worth picking up. So, I mean, if you're following my advice, you're already doing this anyway, and so I think it then makes sense to go a bit further. Not sure, like, if you skipped stock because you've got no shards or you hate him, I don't know, then it becomes more tricky. But I do think that this event is quite decent. Again, if you're going for Sir Nick, then yeah, I think it's quite decent to start off with this summon rush. So we are going to do that. We've got a 15x on right now. Let's look at the Void Shards first. Actually very strong for Voids. I think Fighty, this new guy, really strong. Would not recommend Supreme Galek. I've got him, and I'm kind of like, where do I really use him? I used him a bit in Hydra, and I was like, he's good, but he's not that good. Sir Galek, he's actually disappointed me a little bit. I feel like the way the game has changed, I feel like how Hydra has changed and how Ice Golem Hard has developed and whatnot. I feel like I'm not as excited about Supreme Galek now as I was when he first came out. Duhanarak's really solid. She could actually be quite good for the new clan boss as well, for sure. So she's a good option. I think that Fighty, though, is the best by miles. So I'd recommend Fighty. Warcaster could be nice. You could probably do a clan boss Demon Lord composition with Sir Nick and Warcaster. Other than that, I think Basher is significantly better. And Basher's actually quite useful for Cursed City and actually quite useful for Siege, right? His lockout's a small one, but that can be enough for your Siege rebattles and stuff. So it's kind of worth getting a +4 Basher, honestly. But Fighty's amazing. I would highly recommend. If you're doing this with Void Shards, I'm not, but if you are, Fighty is one of the best champions they've released recently. Team Reset, right? Team Reset with increased resist perfect veil on a 4-turn. AoE buff strip with block buffs, decreased speed, and a turn meter boost. Kind of nuts. Turn meter fill effects and crowd control allies are more effective. He heals people when Sheep expires. He heals on his A1 and boosts turn meter. It's just great. I mean, just a reset champion. Reset champions are just broken everywhere. They're so strong. And he also brings in the increased resist perfect veil, which makes him really good for Hydra as well. He's just really good. So I think Fighty's great. I'm gonna do mine with Sacreds. I did. If you guys didn't see my live stream, by the way, where we also predicted the Sir Nick thing, I did buy a bunch of Primal Shards on Cyber Monday, saving up for a potential Primal Shard video over Christmas. I'm guessing they might do another 2x Primals for that. We'll see. From your Ancient Shards, you've got a very, very good selection here. Very good, once again, which is why I'm saying this event is probably worth going for most people. It's a good summon event. Like, it's not mind-blowing, but it's good. I think it's probably worth it. Lots of good options. Wallmaster Atharion, he will have good damage against the Chimera because he's enemy max HP. He brings block buffs and decreased attack, which is very useful. He self-buffs, which is very useful. Great champ for Hydra. I've used him for Iron Twins. I've used him for Shogun as well. He's a great champion. Wallmaster is brilliant. Lady Kimmy, I've just pulled her. She's definitely strong in the bomb meta. Feral, I think Feral is... I don't know. I think Feral's really, really strong. I don't have Feral. That's definitely who I'm going for. Block buff champion. He does have decreased speed A1. Buffs for your team as well, including Perfect Veil and increased resistance, which are very rare. And yeah, he's got a crazy passive, which gives you a big damage boost and some nice stats. I think Feral is probably going to be... He might be good for Chimera. I'm not sure. He's definitely really strong for Hydra. And probably very, very good for auto teams on Hydra. I mean, that's something that's very much on my mind. I'll be honest, I was already fully in the auto Hydra mood for a long time. You guys know this. There's only so many times you can manual Hydra, at least for me. But with instant Hydra battles on the horizon, I think Feral is looking to be very good. He's already... So I think he's probably the highest value. Mortu Macab, apparently seeing a bit of a resurgence if you've got a good Mortu soul to counter Marius in Arena, because Marius is constantly smacking the guy. And Sun Wukong is obviously well-known, very strong as well. Phoenix, very strong epic for damage. I think he could be one of the best epics. We did a video with Ash yesterday, and I totally agree. Ash called out Phoenix as being good for Chimera, and I totally agree. His A1 is incredibly strong. He also brings decreased defense and speed, though unreliably, but it's still good to have. And he brings a block buffs as well, which is unreliable, but nice to have. He can be actually strong in Arena as well. And he's definitely a champion that benefits massively from going up to +4. His A1 is one of the hardest hitting moves in the game, and it blocks revive. He's very good. Ugo, very good for Hydra. Also going to be pretty decent for Chimera, I think. Decreased defense, block buffs. You need, I think, 4 enemies for the block buffs to be consistent. So perfect for Hydra. Bit weaker at block buffs or Chimera, but it's not as important there. Also brings Leech, which is really good. Healing, cleansing. Yeah, very strong champion. Everyone wants an Ugo, I would say. Elisania, I think, is not as good as Ugo at all. So don't really recommend pulling her for her, really, compared to the other ones. But I do think that she is part of the Lady Mikage fusion. I was stuck for this champion for a long time. So Lady Mikage fusions are always worth it for Lady Mikage. For me, I think that Ugo or him are good. I'm going to go for myself. And I'm going to go for Festive myself as well with Feral. Again, Kimmy and Atharion are both reasonable as well. I'd say probably Feral number 1, Atharion number 2. But understandably, if you're more concerned about Chimera, Atharion is maybe more likely to be strong, especially if you don't have a Newt or you don't have your way off Marius. Atharion's probably going to be really, really good. Like, really good. So, yeah, I'm going for these. Let's go. We're going to do, I guess, 7 pulls. Let's see if we can get a Feral. That'll be nice. It's Swiren. Okay, cool. She's fine. She's okay. Decreased defense for the faction. If you don't have Michinaki, she's pretty good. Steel Skull, actually a really, really strong epic. He's so old school, but he really came back into favor with Curse City, and he's a great Curse City champion. He used to be on my clan boss team when I started the game, like 4 years ago or something. But he came back. Old Hermit York, another great epic. Good turn meter boost to increase attack. He brings a revive as well. Burn on the A1. He's just a great early game champion. I do think Tagore in the Orcs is better overall, but he's fine. We've got ourselves Kalia. She got buffed. I don't know much about her. AoE heal reduction, triple hit at random with HP burn. She's better, but not amazing. And she's got a pairing with Atur, who's also pretty bad. So Kalia, not too hot. Oh, it's another epic. Rock Breaker, great again for Cintranos. AoE provoke on a 3-turn, guaranteed. Plus counterattack on himself. Well, not guaranteed. You know, they can resist it, but still. You reflect some damage back. Tanky. Good provoke champion. I think we need 2 more. I don't want to overpull here. Oh, it's an epic. It's saving the Feral for the last shard. Taurus. He was good for a while. He puts out 4 poisons on all enemies. So he was insane for some poison explosion teams. He was like a budget Calvalax. But then poison explosion sort of fell off. I'm just double check. I think we need 1 more shard, right? Yeah, 1 more shard. Here we go. 1 more. Leaves us with 27 sacred shards in the bank. It's going to be 7 epics for me today. Ogre, Occult Brawler, not Ogre and Jailer. That's the rare. He's a good poison champ for early game players. Just puts out poisons every turn, which is cool. He's like a good poisoner. But there you go. That is me done. We've got ourselves a bunch of stock fragments. Let's grab those. Thank you very much. I'll take those stock fragments. It does mean I will probably end up over capping on stock fragments, but I'm fine with that. I now have actually 85 stock fragments in the bank for me. I think I've not quite grabbed the champ training ones. That'll be 95. I've not done dungeon divers fully yet, but I'm close. I'm going to just probably grab these extra frag. I could skip that dungeon divers one, but I think I'll just grab them. Artifact enhancement. Yeah, I'm going to end up with extra. I think I'm getting all the stock fragments, which is obviously a bit annoying. It's not as bad as overcapping on Titan points, though, right? At least the extra fragments, I can turn those into mod, which I will get in, I don't know, about 20 years. It's pretty exciting. 20 years, middle age will be almost fading at that point. Retirement will be looming. One hope. Well, I don't know. They keep increasing the retirement age, so who knows? We'll be halfway between middle age and retirement in 20 years, and we'll have mod to keep us company. Will Maud be good? Oh, there's Embrys. He's in the game now. That's nice. Will Maud be good in 20 years when we're on to uber ancient ultra max rarity champions? I don't know, but we'll get her eventually. And we got some Yuletide Titan points, some multi battles. I'm just gonna grab them now. Let's see if they go into the inbox or go straight into our multi battles and some stuff. Cool. Are they in the inbox? Yeah, they are for 6 days. Pretty sure. Doesn't want to open. Yeah, they did. I think they did go. I'm not 100% sure. It does look like it though. I think I should have checked before. I think so. But there we go, guys. Let me know what's this other red dot? Oh shit! I completed all of milestone 1. Oh my! I missed that. Well, let's see. 20 multi battles. Did they go into the? Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. The 20 multi battles only last for 24 hours. That's nice. The 50 lasts for 6 days. The 20, 24 hours. Entirely arbitrary. Who knew? But yeah, let me know what you think about this Titan event for Sir Nicholas. Are you going for it? For me, obviously, as you tell, I am going for it. I don't have Sir Nicholas. A lot of older players will, so you could skip it, or you could just get an extra copy to empower him. I mean, it's honestly not the worst thing in the world. It depends what you want to do. I mean, you might end up doing a bunch of these events anyway. Be expecting things like Heroes Paths, Deck of Fate potentially in here as well. There's certainly going to be expensive events. So yeah, I think you can take it easy and probably grab Primal Shard from Milestone 3. Go somewhat hard, get Milestone 4 rewards, and maybe grab the frame, kind of fun, in the 6-star speed glyph and stop. That's pretty nice. You can skip basically 1,000 points. That's actually fairly doable for most longer term players, I would think. And then the Sir Nicholas, 2,000 out of the 2,500. Tricky for sure. It's gonna be expensive for sure, but likely worth it. I don't know. Maybe the new fusion will suck. Maybe he'll suck, but I think it's worth it probably. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Goodbye.